All right. In today's video, we're going to be dealing with the subject of not having enough money. Um, if you're struggling financially, or if you're just tired of being broke, then you want to pay attention to some of the things that we're going to talk about in this video. So, there are many reasons why one could find themselves in a situation where you're struggling financially. And while a lot of videos out there or a lot of information out there may go after the person that is struggling financially and try to assign blame and all of that, this video is just going to be about identifying the problem and offering some advice or possible solutions to help out. It's not going to be about assigning blame or anything like that because you know what, life happens and we all find ourselves in certain situations and nobody you know, is any better or any worse than anybody else. It's just a matter of having the information and acting on it. But the one thing that I would like to mention up front is that the only person that's really going to be able to help you stop struggling financially or to get out of that situation is yourself. You know, um, guys, there's no cavalry that's coming. No one is coming to save you. The government is not coming to save you. You know, relatives are not going to come and save you. Friends are definitely not coming to save you financially, that is. So, this video is just meant to help those who are tired of struggling financially and give you some tips or maybe pointers on what to do when you are when you're tired of being broke. So, the first thing I want to mention or go over is that there are basically two main categories or types when it comes to struggling financially. The first is when you are spending more money or you're spending all of the money that you earn. Basically, you're living paycheck to paycheck. And the second type is when you're not even earning enough money to meet your basic needs. And so we're going to address those differently because they are they're different issues. One is a money management problem, and the other is a lack of income or a income shortage issue. So they have different they're different issues and they have different solutions. So the first thing we're going to go over is some steps to improving money management. First thing, obviously, is to take inventory of where you are and where all your money goes. You know, some people don't even know what categories they spend their money in. If you ask most people, what did you spend your money on? You know, they could say bills or they could say necessities and that kind of stuff. But when you really start looking at the numbers and say, okay, well, your bills and and your necessities are only X amount, but you still have some other money that's unaccounted for. So what happened with that? And most of the time, there's no real grasp of where the money goes. So you really need to take a look at your situation and start documenting. What we do is we do it every 2 weeks. You know, every 2 weeks we come up with a spending plan before the money comes in, and we assign and allocate what we're going to spend the money to because we've already looked at our spending habits and we know where we spend money and so that's one thing that you definitely need to look at. You need to take an inventory of where your money goes. Second thing is you need to identify places where you can save money. So this is the basic allocating needs versus wants. You know, we need to eat, we need to have clothes, we need to have a roof over our head, we need transportation to get to work or to our business or whatever the case may be. But do we need to have that subscription to a magazine? Do we need to have club membership, golf club, gym membership? Do we need to go out and eat, you know, 3, 4 times a week? So that's when you start looking at that, and then seeing, okay, where do I have some opportunities to be able to start making, some changes, and to start saving. And then the third thing after that is you need to create a plan to start to save some of that income. You know, once you really look at what you spend money on, you'll be surprised. Most people are shocked when they look at their spending plan and they're like, "Gosh, I didn't even realize that that's what I was spending money on." You know, uh, and once you've created that plan, then the next step is obviously to create a plan to get out of debt if you have debt. Most of us have debt, whether it's credit cards, whether it's car notes, whether it's mortgages, whether it's student loans, whatever the case may be. Pretty much most of us have some debt. And so, you know, once you can get to a point where you've eliminated debt, it opens up so many more avenues for you, so many other things that you can do. And then, of course, after that, once you've gotten out of that, you want to create a plan to build wealth using the resources that you've freed up. And many times you can get to this point without even making extra money. Um, that's just a short synopsis of this. I've got a video that I'm linking to in the description where I go over how to come up with a spending plan and that kind of stuff. So you're more than welcome to go ahead and take a look at that if you're interested in learning more about that. So now let's go on to looking at when you have a shortage of money actually coming in to be able to meet your needs. So obviously you want to look at ways to make a little bit of extra income. And the first thing I have here is you can sell some stuff. If you look around the house and find things you can sell, there are apps like 5 Mile, OfferUp, Craigslist. If you go on those apps and you start looking at some of the stuff that people are selling, you'll be surprised and look at like, man, I've got some of this stuff available that I can sell, and so that'll give you a little bit of wiggle room, a little bit of breathing room. Obviously, you can get odd jobs or part time. Uh, Uber and Lyft, they offer part time and it works with your schedule. I know somebody who they drive Uber or Lyft between their residence and their job. So when they're coming into work, they look at the app and see if there are any people that are coming from their general neighborhood going to the area where they work, and they take those people, and then on the way back home, they do the same thing. And sometimes they'll do a little bit extra on the weekends or stuff. And I've known they've had weeks where they've made $500, $600. And I know if you don't make enough money to meet your needs, a couple of extra $100, a month will go a long way, right? Obviously, there are employment agencies that you can reach out to. There'll always be some that are like hiring immediately. And so you can see if you have some free weekends or free nights, just something to be able to get to give you a little bit of breathing room, right? And then, of course, there's online, make money online. There are tons of videos on YouTube about that if you're interested in that. It takes a little bit more time, but there are ways that you can make money online. And so you can look into that. But these are typically more short term solutions. So, what can you do to be able to remedy the situation long term? You know, Um, one thing is obviously looking to get some better employment that pays more, and the quickest way to do that is to learn a new skill, learn something that makes you more valuable to the marketplace, you know, or you can start a business on the side of something, get some kind of side hustle that can consistently bring in some more income to help you out. Again, there are a lot of different ways that you can do that will help you alleviate that. and be able to make a little bit more money. So to recap, we said that there are just basically two types of financial struggles. One is a money management issue, and one is an income problem. And both of them have different solutions. On the money management side, you find out where your money's going, figure out where you can make some changes, make some savings, and you create a plan to attack it. And then obviously on the income side, you look at ways to generate some immediate kind of income, and then obviously long term stuff like there are a lot of community colleges that are around that now you can take classes from your house and not even have to leave your house. And if you are obviously struggling financially to where you don't even make enough, most of these will have that will mean your income is low enough to where you can go to school for free. And so, that's just a few pointers that can help you out. Again, I'm linking to some videos in the description, and I'll link to some resources that can help you um, get to that point where you need to get. So I hope this video has helped somebody. I hope that somebody can take something from this. And if you have any questions or comments, feel free to comment in the section below and let me know. All right. Wish you all the best. Good luck and God bless.